What's up, y'all? So I'm back again with another video, and I got a lot of compliments on my hair that I did for Thanksgiving. My hair is really heat damaged, so a lot of times when I try to wear it out curly, I just have all these straight ends, and I don't like wear my natural curly hair out for that reason. So I do braid outs if I do feel like wearing my hair curly or wearing my hair out. I've been doing this for it's probably since I was in like middle school. This was like my go-to, whether I just decided to braid it, put it in a ponytail, put it in a bun, whatever. I always do this. This is my go-to style all the time. But most people know that I usually have my hair in a bun. But anyways, I got a lot of compliments on my hair, so I decided to show y'all how I do my braid outs. I show y'all everything I use. So I did my hair about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's now probably like, so I did it at 3 a.m. It's now about 8 p.m. I want to say it took about 19 hours for my hair to completely dry, which is why it looks a little bit frizzy, but either way it still looks good. But yeah, that's about it. I'm getting ready to go to a Christmas party, so that's why I look like Where's Waldo with my ears. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, and watch the video. So my hair is already freshly washed, and at this point it's basically just a little bit damp. For this style, I'll only be using 2 products, and that's the Defining Curl Cream by Aunt Jackie's, and then I'll be using some Eco Styler gel. You'll also need some hair ties, a comb to part your hair, and it sounds kind of old, but I use these sponge rollers. I used to use perm rods, but the sponge rollers seem to soak up moisture at the ends of my hair simply because my hair just takes forever to dry. I start by parting my hair into 2 separate sections, and I'll put one side away while I work on the other side. So on each side, I usually do about 5 braids. Depending on how I'm feeling, if I'm feeling lazy, I'll do 4. But for this style, I did 5. So I take a little bit of the curl cream and apply it to this entire section. This product is meant for braid outs, so I put it all over, and the gel I only put on the ends of my hair, just because I feel like it defines the ends. So I'm not an expert, but the way I learned how to braid hair was by watching other people braid hair. So at this part, I tried to zoom in so y'all could see how I braid. This isn't a braiding tutorial, it's just a braid out tutorial. Therefore, I'm just showing y'all the way that I do my braid outs. But if you don't know how to braid, this may or may not help you. And if you honestly do not know how to braid, see if you can find somebody who does know how to braid and just get them to braid your hair for you. So I leave about 2 or 3 inches at the end of my hair to wrap the hair around the sponge roller, and I'll usually wrap it all the way up to the top of my ear. So you're going to follow this technique for each section, and if you haven't noticed already, my parts are extremely crooked. It doesn't make much of a difference because once you finish braiding it and it's dried, you're just going to take it back out. So I would stress it too much. I was rushing, so I really didn't care, but at the end of the day, you will be perfectly fine if you have zigzags on the side of your head. When I went to go put the sponge roller on the end of my hair, it was bone dry, and you want it to be somewhat damp once you put the sponge roller on there. So I just put a little bit more Eco Styler on the end. Y'all, sometimes I absolutely hate braiding my hair, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. After I finish braiding my hair, I'll take a scarf of some sort and just tie that around my braids to lay my hair down and keep it from getting frizzy. And then I'll also throw on the bonnet over top of it. Sometimes I need to leave the house to go do stuff because I know my hair takes a while to dry. I'll leave the house with my bonnet on looking just like that, or I'll throw on a hoodie and cover it up. I know I said you'll only need 2 products for this video, but you actually need some kind of oil to use on the ends of your hair. That way you can reduce as much frizz while taking it out. This is the part where you want to take a little bit of the oil and just rub it on your head and on the ends of your hair. When taking your hair out, it is somewhat recommended that you try to be as gentle as you possibly can, because if you rush and just don't care when you're taking it out, it's going to get extremely frizzy. So I don't really care about frizz because I feel like the more frizz I have, the bigger my hair looks. But if you want it to still look nice and uniform, then I would take your time when taking your hair out. For a second, I thought my hair was still wet. I was about to flip. So styling your hair is the most important part because you want it to look the way you want it to look. So sometimes I will separate some of the curls. I'll take a wide tooth comb and pick out some areas, like especially where the braids have been. And then lastly, I'll just take some edge control or eco styler and just lay it on my edges to lay some of the hairs down.